Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So that's got things underway. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, when it comes to youth and potential, Peter, it's hard to look past Pedri, who is probably going to have a very busy game here. I think he's got everything that you need to play in a midfield role, and he's so cute and clever with any aspect of the game in that department, which is usually the busiest part of any field. He will always find a way of standing out because of his beautiful, beautiful passing.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Knocks it into space. Nice looking ball. Rodri gets over and intercepts. Well, that has not gone well. Best.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
Oh, this looks sharp. Pedri. Gets a good foot in there. Lahm powering forward here. That's a cute ball. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Dani Olmo engages and forces him off the ball. Can he get it through? Plays it across. And it's claimed by the keeper.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Lahm. He's found a way through. Played into the middle.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Oh, that's a key interception. Can he latch on to this? Best. And they're quick to get it back. Best! It's anyone's ball now. And for a moment, time stood still. Well, a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. Just 5 minutes left until the break. It's a promising position. Now, can they get him away? Dani Olmo. And he's let fly! And we've reached half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So we reach the halfway point.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained. So I'm looking forward to what's to come.
Well, after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. Could be danger here. And he's found a way past. Lahm getting this one clear. He's shifting through the gears here. Best. Great chance! Rodri. Fermin. Well, if you did take an extended half-time break, you'll be relieved to hear that you have missed nothing. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Tries to thread one through. Alexander-Arnold. And he's had a hit! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Fermin. Looking to play him in. Inzaghi showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. And it's Olmo. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Plays a sharp little ball here. Beckenbauer calmly anticipates. He is through here. Dani Olmo! Pedri.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Real chance! Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
He'll fancy himself from here. And so we have the first set piece of the game.
Number 19, coming on the field, number 5, Hazard, number 4, Serginho.
Cristiano Ronaldo! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Substitutions taking place.
There will be a throw-in.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here. Well, they've got one eye on the clock, but the balancing act is very fine at this stage. Go for it, and it could backfire. Sit back, and it may be at a price.
And they're back on the ball again. Now that looks a decent ball. Tries a shot! Oh, it's in! Save the best for last! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Manchester United take what looks to be a decisive... Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick. but they have got over the line. Quite a ride. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And that gets things running. They appear to be shaping up in a 4-4-2 formation.
Well, the obvious standout in today's football in this system is that it provides you with extra presence in attack. With many shaky defences about, getting the right partnership in that department can pay rich dividends as long as there's a good early supply. So playing two strikers can be a real help to this team. I mean, 4-4-2 these days, Peter, gets a lot of criticism, but it's unfair. Any system can work if you've got the right players.
Defending of the desperate variety. Now it's Forlan. Now this could be a chance. And he welcomes it in. He's shifting through the gears here. Referee has just said play on. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's Forlan. Forlan was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Pinches it off him. Goes for a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Oh, it's very good running that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Pass somewhat off target. Looking for options for movement. Marquinhos gets over and intercepts. And they're not going to make any further progress now. No change to the score. 0-0 it remains. Best. Now that looks a decent ball. Now, can they get him away? Raul will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Plays a sharp little ball here.
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it, and I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
Oh, this looks sharp. Knocks it into space. Big chance! Now that is commitment to the cause. Manchester United with the corner, they're first. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. Looking for the run. Raul. And he's on his way! Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. And the whistle goes for half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. And we're already back up and running after half-time. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. That's an imaginative pass.
That's a shame, because it was such a good decision.
Manchester United have their second corner now. There's the header! He's scored!
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage through every one of his teammates from here.
Great corner, and he did the rest.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So we have the first goal.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully. Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
Best. Rice. Nicely aimed pass. And he's quick to get it clear again. And they're quick to get it back. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to stick or twist, Peter, in view of the time remaining. He might have a tough call to make now.
And he's gone looking for safety.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
It's a mighty effort! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Well, this is simple. The supply is to be admired. The defending is to be admonished.
And it's Forlan. Played out to the right. He's picked his way through. Boyan! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
That's a nicely shoots! It's in! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Oh, that's excellent composure, because the keeper put as much pressure on as he could by not committing sooner.
Madrid can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Manchester United are doing very nicely, thank you.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that two-goal cushion.
There's the header! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And that has put paid to that. Messi. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Spread it left. Manchester United have it back and can go again. Can he get it through? Oh, he's fizzed it forward. Rice. And it's Rodri.
Minutes has been indicated.
Lovely pass, but can he get there?
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
And that will be it. Manchester United can take all the spoils, and it is nothing less than what they are perfectly entitled to, following this splendid display of poise, potency and proficiency. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. And few venues rise to an occasion quite like this one. It is, of course, the world-famous Old Trafford. Well, we're on the way. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Thibaut Courtois. He's a huge presence between the sticks, and that's not just because he's 6'6", Peter. He's got great reflexes, wonderful position.
He rises! Harmlessly behind.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Tries to play it through, and he welcomes it in. And that's a simple one for the keeper.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Back into the middle. Oh, super ball. And he's in on goal. And it's Rodri. That's going to go a long way. And he's gone searching crossfield, and he was alert to it. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. O'Shea, Messi. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And he welcomes it in. Kvaratskhelia! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Manchester United with the corner. They're first. Zanetti gets it away. Can he finish? Oh, that is rather wayward.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Lahm picks it up from the goal kick. Looking for options for moves. Shapes to shoot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, what has happened here? Best plays it in. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. That's a good ball out wide. The ball's gone astray. Best! And it's come back out to him. Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
So the first goal of the game. And a shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Mbappe really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Oh, what a climb! Oh, crossbar! Messi gets it away. Marquinhos is very much of the none-shall-pass school of defending. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Oh, he's put a shade too much on that. Here comes the corner. And this could be the final action of the first half. Climbs up big! He will be livid with himself. The final seconds now. Now that's well seen too. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Manchester United are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the chance! He has done it! And this is getting better and better. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get press from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
This time, surely! And it's there! And they are cruising away. Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
He's having a shot! And that has forced the very best out of the keeper.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
And that was very necessary. And now a sudden chance to counter. And that is as far as they're going to go. Pinches it off him. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Casillas breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! And the keeper has done enough. Top stop.
Spirited, to say the least. Certainly gave this crowd something to really cheer about.
He's got tall. Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. That has been cut short. Casillas. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And this is Ronaldo. Roberto Carlos. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
It's a loose ball. Bergkamp. Nicely shaped ball. And this is Batistuta. Oh, that is superb. A dangerous moment, perfectly dealt with.
That is superb defensive work. The one man who had to be on top of his game, and he was.
Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia! Kvaratskhelia! That is fantastic! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order.
Manchester United.
How good is he right now? His boots twinkling at their golden best. Smiles broad and beautiful. That is a cracking hit.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
Bergkamp!
Number 10.
It's loose now and they want to get it back.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Coming on the field. Number 13. Yamal.
Gets a good foot in there.
9.
Maldini running with the ball. Now, can they get him away? Kvaratskhelia could try cutting it. Goes for the shot!
There will be 5 minutes added time.
And now the breakaway. Now then, the ball's come loose. Tries a shot! They've scored! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
Number 18. Gabriel.
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Manchester United really have hit the heights. A tour de force. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We have already started here.
In Paul's goals, we have a player who can pull all the strings in mid.
Decent chance! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Van Nistelrooy deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Nicely shaped ball. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Rodri. A probing pass. That's been cut out. Well played. And we have our very first corner. Knocks it into space. Shot a goal! Goal! Manchester United! So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
Madrid finding themselves unexpectedly behind.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution.
Best! Oh, great save by Dida! Van Nistelrooy, excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, how's that for a goal? That is a gem! An absolute gem! And they're at it again, in double quick time. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency. He gets big! Oh, should really have made more of that.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences.
Van Nistelrooy. And that should get the job done. Beckenbauer. Oh, good read. No, that's been intercepted.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And they're quick to get it back. Rodri. Maldini. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. That's a shade optimistic. Manchester United looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Madrid finding their passes. Kvaratskhelia. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Eriksen. Here's Rodri. Passing is crisp and sharp. Osimhen! Osimhen! Brilliant from Osimhen! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And right on half-time, that is telling.
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half.
And we come to you now with a
It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Substitution in progress.
Manchester United head into the half-time break with a narrow lead, 2-1. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Well, the most accurate pass. Kvaratskhelia will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Van Nistelrooy has a look and plays it forward. Eriksson gets over and intercepts. And it's Scholes.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. They were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Terrific header. He met that with aplomb.
Well,
There's the shot! It's in! Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here. Right here, right now, it's not looking favourable. They're chasing the ball and the game.
Cleared without hesitation.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Substitutions taking place.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. Two fresh faces and both in the front line.
Well, it looks like he's playing his trump card. That'll inject a lot of energy up front.
Rummenigge.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Nicely aimed pass. Rummenigge. And it's made its way. And he shoots! Oh, taken with style. And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Now that looks a decent ball. David Villa. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Searching pass he's played there. And that is that. Manchester United pleasingly clever on the ball. They had their moments, but ultimately they take away nothing. So we're all back together again, fresh still in our minds, those memories, the unbelievable highs, the unforgettable lows. And as the sides return to cross swords for the first time again, we just remind ourselves of the magic of this game. This is what it does to you. It keeps bringing you back, no matter what. Red is the colour, the only colour. We bring you this game, of course, from Old Trafford, Manchester. And already we're underway here. And the shot!
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it, and I bet you the keeper's very relieved. It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
And it's Pedri. Now this could... Alonso! What a wonderful goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early. Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
An early launch, just as they wanted, just as they hoped it. Canales. Tries to play it through. Can he finish? And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And he's heaved it away. And now a sudden chance to counter. And this is Neymar. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
He's picked his way through. Oh, good read.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Opts for safety. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Succumbs to the pressure. Messi, very much a man of this moment. Oh, that's fabulous. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Lovely bit of skill. And this is Cruyff. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Turns back here, probably the best option. Piqué. Passing is crisp and sharp. Manchester United looking to go into the break, 1-0 up. Out towards the flank. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And it's Forlan. Now that looks a decent ball. Now the delivery. Shapes to shoot. In he goes again. No mistake. It's the moment they all wanted. A goal in his 100th game. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky. It'll come your way.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Oh, he's defended. And it's half-time here. Reflections on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Manchester United ahead 2-0, and they are looking good. And the game has already resumed here. And he's been shifted off it. Nice bit of trickery. Great vision. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And this is... He's got full! Crossbar comes to the rescue. Relentless! Just relentless! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Manchester United find a position of real strength now. Tries a deft little ball. He gets big! Keeper's got his work done.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Thuram can get it clear. Manchester United have the chance to go the other way. Shot could be on. Takes a shot! It's in! Yet another goal in an awesome performance. They are in complete charge. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Manchester United are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
It's become a case of men against boys.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Forlan. Thuram. Cruyff, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. Out of play for a goal kick.
Substitution in progress.
So there's going to be another change here. Camavinga wins the duel this time. And no, that was never going to make it. Pinches it off him. That'll be a throw. Oh, sweet feet. Xabi Alonso makes the interception.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his...
Neymar! It's in! And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
After 82 minutes is
Manchester United are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. Camavinga. Can he get on the end of this? And they can counter here. He is through here. An instinctive delivery. Jokin Ezquierta claims it without any fuss. Pedri.
6 added minutes.
So what can they make of this? And this is Forlan. He's got away. Great chance! And he hits the net. And this is getting ridiculous. Borderline crazy.
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways.
Johan Cruyff.
Looking to play him in. Oh, well measured. Mbappe gets through. Tries a shot! Really well taken goal. And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 14.
Couple of changes then in quick succession. And that's it. Manchester United can look back on a nigh-on perfect performance here. A super contest in which they swept their opponents aside ruthlessly.
Please be reminded
Neymar voted man of the match, and deservedly so. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Hi, Peter. Always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. The action has already started. Oh, smashing header! He's got away with one there. Neymar. Camavinga. Neymar. And it's Pedri. Knocks it out wide. Neymar receives it in a wide position. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Camavinga. Drilled in low. And again! Now, this time surely! Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead! Pedri at his razor-sharp best there.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Number 22, Petri.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Cadiz deciding to turn to the long ball now, that is pretty evident.
Yeah, it is clear that they've decided to take a more direct route to goal now, but, you know, they can't just continue doing this and make it predictable. And importantly, they've got to look to win the second ball. If they do that, they should get right up the pitch.
Yeah, it really should. And he's forced to go back. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Xavi Alonso. And here's Neymar. Pedri. Real chance! They've scored! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. So smooth, a signature finish.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
Petri.
And now he has two. Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
And that's definitely not his best. Cruyff. Messi, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. That has ended up in no man's land. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Forlan. Forlan! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Forlan has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Pedri. Forlan! Oh, the ball's run loose here. That's very neat. Might be done. Can he finish? Just cruising. They are cruising. And they're at it again in double quick time. Terrific goal. What a super sharp finish.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy.
And it's half-time here. Well, who would have thought it? A huge chasm between the two teams already, and it might grow even wider in this second half.
Manchester United absolutely dominated that half, Peter, and now it's all about game management. There's no need to overstretch themselves. Just stay calm and see this one out.
Manchester United, 3 goals to the good after a really excellent first half that's been intriguing to watch. Plenty of highlights to show you during the break. Here we go again. Now that looks a decent ball. Camavinga goes on a run down the left wing. And he cuts out the supply. Chance here to counter. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. And here's Neymar. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Cross to the back post. Oh, what a climb! And he hits the net. Results no longer in doubt. It's just about how many. A lovely header, but really it was all about the delivery.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Manchester United are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Well, to be fair to that defence, it's nigh on impossible to cater for such astute movement, but at least eventually...
He's having a shot! And he steered it beyond the post. Just about up to the hour now. And it's Messi. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival.
That's good pressing. It's really squeezing everything.
Cruyff quietly revving up. Now who's going to be first to this? Now it's Forlan. Messi. Manchester United finding their passes. Now it's Neymar. Neymar looking to penetrate opposition lines. Shoots! Could move up a gear here. Some front-footed pressing going on here. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. That's a shade optimistic.
Messi really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
And he's managed to get free. Great vision. And Cruyff! He's put it wide.
Manchester United certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Substitution on the field. Number 23.
Cadiz have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution.
Number 37.
No, he's not getting past him there.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And that has been knocked clear. Very nicely done. Good spot that. Puyol kept aware and it is reclaimed easily.
There will be
And the
three
number on the
minutes
board
added
is
time.
3. Neymar, foot in. And that's another good win of the ball. Cruyff, to and the shot! Messi! Genius! A finish of true class! And this is getting ridiculous, borderline crazy.
The goal scored for Manchester United.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
Substitution on the field. Number 19.
And the referee brings it to a close. Manchester United really have hit the heights. A tour de force that has left their opponents reeling. And that is what tends to happen when they do their thing. Forlan claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?